Let me guess. You're 18 and you're trying to figure out how to make a budget because you want to move out of your parents' house. Well, I think pretty much all of us have been there. And today I'm going to tell you exactly how to make your monthly budget. The number one most important thing with making a budget is you need to know how much money you take home every month. Now, what do I mean by taking home every month? Isn't that just the amount of money that you make? Well, no, because of taxes and different deductions that your job will take out, such as retirement, medical insurance, any of that kind of stuff. So the take home is what you actually get to take home. Now, the reason why that is important is because all of your bills, food, anything like that is all going to come out of your actual take home. So if you budget using how much money you actually made, and not how much money you actually get to take home, there's going to be a gap there, and you're going to be in the hole a few $100s. Now today I've just made a mock budget that will just kind of give you a little bit of an example of how much money you might make if you're working a full-time job. Let's just say you make $2,000 a month, and $950 of that goes into your primary expenses. So that's paying for your apartment, or maybe if you have a roommate, it may be a little bit lower, but we're just going to say $950 right now. For food, you can usually go about $50 a week, which averages out to about $200 a month. Now that only works if you stick to the budget and if you make most of your food at home. If you want to eat out a lot, it may be closer to $300 or $400. Now that we've covered bills and food, transportation comes next. You see, most people, if you're living on your own, you probably need a car. Unless you're in a big city, then you may be able to deal with just a bike or using subways, buses, trains, etc. If you have a car, you may have a car payment, which can be anywhere from a couple $100s to almost $1,000. Then you have gas. And right now, that can be pretty expensive, and depending on the car, you may be able to go a month with using just $100 for gas, or you may be as much as $200 for gas. Then you also have insurance. Depending on whether you're a guy or girl and how old you are, that may vary, but currently you can usually find one for about $150. So now we've gone over insurance, your car payment, gas, food, and your housing. Now all we have left is utilities. Utilities can vary depending on whether you're in an apartment or whether you're renting a house. If you're renting a house, you are probably going to spend a lot more on utilities because you have to pay for all of the electricity and water and all of those kinds of things yourself. Utilities can vary, especially in apartments. Currently, the one that I am looking at will have me pay just the water bill, but the electricity is covered. Then you have miscellaneous. This is for anything that you need that you didn't expect or something that you won't necessarily use every single month. I like to put $25 in this account just in case I need new deodorant, a friend's birthday comes up, or anything of that sort. Alright, now that we've gone over all of that, the total comes out to $1,525 every single month. Now remember, this is if you do not have a car payment. If you do have a car payment, it will be a lot closer to $2,000. So if you are completely debt-free and you make $2,000 a month, you could potentially live off of $1,500 a month. Now obviously this will vary for every single person because everyone's different. Some people eat more, some people eat less. Some people live in cheaper or more expensive areas, and other people make more, other people make less. After making your first rough draft budget, you then want to look at your pay stub. That is the piece of paper that tells you exactly how much money you made in the last pay cycle. Once you've looked at that, it will tell you your net income. That is how much money you actually got to take home. From that, you can then adjust your first budget to make it more accurate. At the end of every month, you want to revisit your budget and see exactly how much you spent that month. Saving receipts is a great way to stay engaged with your budget and make sure that you're staying on track. Because we all know going out to eat one too many times can really mess up a budget. So you really want to pay attention to things like that. Well, now that you've paid all your bills and you've made your budget, now you know exactly how much money you have left over. This money I highly recommend you put into savings. You want to put away as much money as you can before you need it. As a young adult, it is crucial that you have saved $1,000 as quickly as possible. The reasoning behind that is because $1,000 will save you from most devastating accidents and turning them into a minor headache. Whether that's you need a new tire or you broke your arm, having $1,000 saved as an emergency fund that you can immediately draw from to put towards that emergency will turn something from an emergency into an inconvenience, and that is incredibly helpful when living on your own. If you use this budget, you will be miles ahead of everyone else. You see, 95% of Americans say that budgets are a great idea. 86% of people have started a budget, and 25% of Americans actually stick to their budget. It is so important for building wealth and then just living life in general on your own to know where your money is going. That way you are in control of your money and your money is not in control of you. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you really enjoyed this, like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you all have a blessed day. God bless.